Wow.
Welcome, Pat the Puss. It is Wednesday, it is Hump Day, and inside joke from before we came on. How
Yeah.
is everyone doing out there? Welcome to the Inner Circle Podcast. I am your host Charlie with my squirrel friend Melanie. How are you doing today? How is everyone out there doing today? Um,
I'm good.
what's going on with you?
You know what's crazy? I feel like this week has been flying for me, which is great. It's exhausting, but it's good. I love the fact that it's getting colder. I was kind of like annoyed yesterday with the weather. It was
And it
like,
was like 67,
and it was
67 degrees.
humid. I was like, what the fuck? And now today it's like 40 something and very cold, but you know, it is what it is. It's not like hot anymore. I feel like a meteorologist. I always have to talk about the weather. Um, but no, my weekend was good. Or my weekend, what did I do this weekend?
You went to get your nails done. I know you did that.
That's right. The color I chose, since I love fall colors. I like to do like a neutral palette, but I chose this color. It's called Tranquility because everyone needs to be tranquil
Right?
now, especially in chaos. But no, I think yeah, I just went to the nail salon. I didn't do much.
Yeah.
I finished I finished Oz. I finally
Finally.
after 6 seasons, and I think I started. I don't even remember when I started. Less than a month, but it was. I don't know what was going on. You could tell like in 90s and early 2000s shows, there must have been like a writer's strike or something because a lot of the shows
Yeah.
ended had endings that were very sudden and quick or like didn't really make sense. That they left you on a cliffhanger.
Well, I don't know when Oz had what. I know there was definitely one of these similar strikes that we have going on now. It happened back in 2004, five, or six. Because I
Yeah.
remember with Supernatural back then. I remember it happened then, a little after I graduated high school, that there was a similar strike, and there was a lot of those same shows that you talk about that had a shorter season from
Hmm.
their usual 20 something episodes. It was like 15 or 16, or like abrupt, like weird. They
Like
got
a weird
canceled.
ending
It
where
ended. Yeah.
like a cliffhanger ending. Same thing happened, and I'm not trying to kill it for anyone that never watched this show because this show is very important. I've never personally watched it, but I know how it ends. The Sopranos apparently it ends with a
I never
cliffhanger.
watched it.
I want to watch that next, actually, and then I actually want to watch Breaking Bad. I've
You're
never
such a
watched that.
man.
I'm such a man. No, you know what it is. I like crime, and I like not mystery, but like
You do
yeah,
like that
mystery
crime crazy
thriller.
shit. You
It's
talk so
like
much shit up. She talks so much crap about me going to sleep watching horror movie guys, which I've tried to curtail for
a
myself. But yet, this is the same girl who, because we watched a similar show, a New York one that we both were watching,
which
where
one?
you had YouTube TV. The New York one, the crime one, like the crimes in New York. But
Oh, New
anyways,
York
that's just one
Homicide.
show.
That's my
Yes,
shit.
that was just one show. But this is a girl that goes to sleep watching these crazy like unsolved mysteries, and
Hmm.
like that shit is creepy to begin with. And real life, this is not scary movies. It's real life, and she goes to sleep watching that. I'd rather go to sleep watching a scary movie.
You
Freddy
know,
Krueger don't exist in real life.
I think when it comes, I feel like maybe for me, I don't find it thrilling because I think it's crazy to say that, but I find solving
She's an
crimes or
alien.
like learning about crimes that are actual crimes that happen rather than like stories and like fake plots and shit
Well,
more appealing.
you have that, and well, I mean, we've
I
been
wish
friends,
I
and
had. I should have been a cop.
we always talk about it. She's an Inspector Gadget. I call her my Inspector Gadget, and
Yeah.
it makes sense. It makes sense
Hmm.
why. Like it's an interest of yours, and maybe you should put it to use, girl. Become a detective or something,
No,
or
that
a private eye.
you know, I would have done that if I wasn't really growing up. If I wasn't really forced, like my mom and my parents both were like, "You should be a cop. You should be a cop." So as a
Mm.
big fuck you, I went into fashion. So, but I still like cop stuff, and I never want to work somewhere where I feel like it's a job. And if I was a cop, I feel like it would be a job. So, and it wouldn't be fun for me. I'd rather just
I see you more like detective, private eye, some shit like that.
same difference, I guess.
No, what really? No,
Private
cops.
eye, I do that shit for free now. No, you want to know something that your boyfriend's doing or someone your significant other? Holla at your girl. I will figure it out.
Right? She'll find out their ex-boyfriend, their baby mama, their social security. No, but BravoCon went down this weekend, and while we were just living
So
ordinary
sad.
lives in New York, BravoCon was going on, and the FOMO definitely hit us when Friday rolled around. We
Yeah.
weren't there, but I definitely, obviously, I listen and follow many other Bravo accounts. So I was up to date. You caught a lot of things as well that was going on and being shared about
Yeah.
BravoCon in Vegas. Um, what was some of the things you've heard, you've seen, etc. Like
Um,
feedback?
I first of all, I had so much FOMO the whole time this weekend. That's one thing that I was like trying. I was so jealous watching like the videos and like people posting. Um, I think that I'm definitely claiming it in the name of Jesus. We're going next year, whether it's in Vegas or it's back in New York. I think it would be better to go to Vegas. I think that Andy Cohen did mention a couple times that he did enjoy it in Vegas. It's more of a the venues were more catering to the people that went. Um and it wasn't so bridge and tunnel for like people that came to the one here in New York. But anyway, a lot of the content was basically like people meeting a lot of the Bravo celebrities. I didn't see a lot of people saying anything negative about the Bravo celebrities.
Captain
However,
Sandy, allegedly.
is she a I mean, she gives bitchy vibes.
Is she a is she in the
But
Rainbow family?
she's a daughter of Bilitis, aka she's a lesbian, and she's engaged.
Uh-huh.
But
Listen, by horoscope, I was gonna say something. Ooh, I caught
I
my
wonder what
tongue.
sign she is.
I was gonna say something, but it did say this week with Saturn going direct and being something in private, whatever. Let's watch our tongue. Don't be so quick to say shit. So I don't want to get
Um,
canceled. Go ahead. But Captain Sandy, allegedly.
I'll say it. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, yeah, she's a bitch in her shows. I watch Below Deck, and I've seen how she is. She could be a bitch, and like very nitpicky. Especially, I notice about her, which I find this to be rather weird. She's very clicky and chummy with the men, and like very hard on the women on the cast. So that makes sense. Anyway, as far as like content, I did see like again a lot of people met the Bravo celebrities. I did see, which I reached out to you about this, and I was kind of bothered by it. I don't understand why a person two things. I don't understand why people boo people when they come out, like the Bravo celebrities. With Tom Sandoval, the whole shit that happened with Vanderpump scandal, scandal of it all. First of all, that happened. Okay, we need to fucking move on. That's a person. Like you can't keep booing them constantly. Like every time that he was on his panel and they would ask him a question, the minute he would put the microphone on his like about to speak, they would start booing him. Like, why would don't do that? And Andy Cohen even said it too. He hates when people boo. That's not cool. Another thing that I didn't like is that a lot of the people were going up to the microphones to ask questions, and a lot of them were very like rude. Don't ask disrespectful questions like why are you crawling up Teresa Giudice's ass? Or there was one that I thought was funny. I'm not gonna lie. Someone asked Kyle Richards, why are you trying to
Make
bring
Teddy happen.
why are you trying to make Teddy Mellencamp happen? Like you're trying to make fets happen and it's not working. I found that shit to be hilarious because I agree. However, the negative like questions I feel like are kind of like they're not
Allegedly.
necessary.
Allegedly, especially with that person who asked Jennifer Aiden, about the Teresa thing.
The
Rumor
big
has
pic?
it, allegedly, that certain cast members of New Jersey kind of recruited certain people in
You're
conversation
lying.
to do such thing to.
She was, I forgot what she said her name was, but she's like, my name is whatever from Philly. First of all, you're making Philly people look bad. Don't do that. Second of all, even so, like, I wish I would gotten the opportunity to buy a BravoCon ticket. I couldn't because everything sold out, and the reselling prices were like triple. You're literally spending money to go to have a shit time because she got escorted out.
But from what I heard, VIP's worth it. I was listening
Yeah.
to the girls from All About the Truth podcast, and they were definitely saying that VIP's worth it. That if you could afford it, do it. If you can't, they're like, we're not judging. But I didn't even look at the tickets. Once she said they were sold out, and I tried to look, like even the resale was crazy. I'm like, what's the point? But yeah, I mean, and another thing I heard was that the staff of Vegas, and although the staff was not contracted by Bravo or NBC Universal, that the staff, they're from the staff from those hotels and stuff. They were super nice compared to, I guess, the New York staff. And when I was listening to this, I was kind of like cringe because it's like, oops, it's true. I believe it. Yeah.
There was a beautiful 84-year-old woman. Her name was Ruth. She went by herself. Do you remember? I forgot her name. The lady from last year.
That we met last year. That was so awesome. She went by herself.
California, I think she was. So this lady, Ruth, she went and she was like, she asked a question, I think, in the New York panel, I believe. And she was just like, I want to be able to travel the way that you guys travel. And they were so happy that they even got Andy Cohen to have like a photo op with her and stuff. I kept seeing her picture like circulating all over, but I don't know. I wish that it was more accessible for people.
Yeah.
Price wise, that shit's expensive. Very expensive to go.
And then the travel. I guess we were spoiled because the first year kicked off, it was in New York. COVID happened. And then when it resumed, it was New York. And this year they went to Vegas for what I heard. I heard it after BravoCon was done last year that either they weren't going to do it again or they were thinking of changing, and it happened. Like they went to Vegas. And honestly, I agree with you. I think, unfortunately for us, they're going to do it in Vegas again next year.
And that's fine. Listen, I love living in New York and I love having things accessible to me. However, with things like that, I know the environment that it brings, and like it holds a level, I don't want to say of sophistication, but it holds a level of like, bitch, I'm paying money, so I expect a good experience. Mm-hmm. New York was fun because of the people around, but however, the long lines, the not knowing where to go, the staff, like in Javits Center. I've been to Javits Center many times for related things, and we went for like DragCon. We went for other things, and I just felt like
car shows and stuff.
Yeah, people there, like not knocking anyone that works there or anything, but I just feel like I would have a better experience in Vegas. Going to Vegas is a vibe, and I've always told you, we love
Vegas. We love Vegas. We used to do Vegas so many times. I think for us, and we've spoken about it on the show, and it's crazy because Vegas has like, I follow Perez Hilton, and I don't know if you know, he moved to Vegas. He moved his family to Vegas. So he updates and he's doing a lot with Vegas and stuff. I'm sure he's getting paid for that too. But Vegas has so many new things, girl, since last we went.
I know.
The Sphere, so many things. And we've said this before on the show. I think we both had, the last time we were both in Vegas, I'm not trying to outdo you or thing, but I think you could agree without us going into details. My experience was worse. Both of our experiences were bad. My experience was a little traumatic. Not to be dramatic, but traumatic. So
what happens in Vegas doesn't stay in Vegas.
Oh, Lord. But with that being said, we do need a redo, and it's gonna happen. I want it to happen for us.
We need a redo.
And I want to see Vegas again. There's so much new stuff, and I still want to do that other part of Vegas where you do that ride that Byronique Barbie did. And hey,
Yeah,
another reason why I want to go to Vegas is because then our girl will meet us halfway in Vegas. I know if we plan it good, it will be Viva Las Vegas, the tres
the tres
rancheritas.
amigas. No, well, I agree, and I do want to go back to Vegas because I'm a firm believer of wherever you had a bad memory, you shouldn't keep it there. Like you should revisit
Yeah,
that space and like
yeah.
turn it around.
But the thing is,
So
we've had so many good memories there too, so we can't let a bad
we had
memory
great
fuck it
memories,
up.
but yeah, I mean, I was even with the first time me going and like, you know, spilling my guts on a fucking dinner table. I still had fun. I still thought
Iconic.
that was iconic, bitch. I will say, and never, ever, ever did you see me get that drunk ever again.
Nope, never again. No, that was the only. That was
That was,
a rare moment, but
I've been
hilarious,
sober since February of 2014.
right? Oh, that steak. We didn't even eat our food. Like we ordered good food too. Like I
I ate the
remember the
steak the
steak was
next.
so good.
I ate the steak that it was cold, and I ate it in the airport when we were at the gate waiting next to fucking
Joe
um
Jackson.
God rest his soul, who was trying to hit on me. I'm like, sir, I am hungover. Leave me alone. I'm about to die. But
Good old Joe Jackson. Can't believe we. That's another crazy thing. In Vegas, we met Michael Jackson's fucking dad.
of all places.
We met Michael Jackson's father, like the father of Janet Jackson, of all of them. That's crazy. That's crazy when you really think about it. Because although he was a father, it's infamous. He's iconic too. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
but ooh, this is a good choice. Joe Jackson, or this is off the cuff, or Jamie Spears.
Bitch. I would take Joe Jackson any fucking day because did he have a drinking problem? I think he did. Well, he was a cheater.
He was I know he cheated, and he had an iron fist for those kids, allegedly. Well, I think they admitted it. So if the kids admitted it, Joe, you're still, I don't have to say allegedly.
No, I mean, neither. I mean, Joe Jackson wasn't smart enough to put any of them in a conservatorship. So I'll go with Joe.
What do you mean smart enough? You don't do that, period.
I know. I mean, smart enough sarcastically. Like, how dare you do that as a father?
Yeah.
Like, what you would not expect that from a country bumpkin, but it's the people around you that be feeding you shit.
Country bumpkin. Speaking of country bumpkin, I'm country bumpkin and Britney Spears. Did you hear of the backfire that Timbaland, the producer, got for saying that Justin Timberlake should put a muzzle on her?
First of all,
I should have put a muzzle on her.
Timbaland, I have a lot of respect for him as a producer.
So do I. So
I
do
think
I.
he has
Absolutely.
great beats. I'm not gonna take away the artistry from the person. However, he needs to take a few steps and learn from Pharrell Williams, who for many years, especially around that time that Justified came out, and especially around the time like when
because you work with both Justin and Britney.
He worked with both at the same time. I think he's Aries. My Aries brother Pharrell was very, very diplomatic and was like, to the reporter. I remember the reporter asked a question about, is Britney or Justin difficult to work with? Like, I know Britney is all sad and shit because Justin broke up with her. How is she in the studio? And he was like, we make great music. And I'm paraphrasing loosely. He was like, we make great music, and that's what you should focus on. You shouldn't be focusing on a person and how their emotions are. That's not how I operate. Timbaland needs to do the same thing. First of all, where were you in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame when Missy Elliott just got inducted? Because didn't they work together hand in hand? I watched.
I mean, they go way back.
Yeah,
they're like besties. Yeah,
they go way back in Virginia. I watched it this weekend. The main reason I watched it was for George Michael. Obviously, I'm obsessed with him, but they did induct Missy Elliott, which is great. And there was no sign of Timbaland anywhere, even though she congratulated him. But for him to say that about Britney is so rude and disrespectful on many levels. Like, you got kids, don't be disrespectful. Don't call anyone crazy.
Listen, I was surprised because the Shade Room is one place that usually roasts Britney Spears and like, or like are shady towards her. And when I say roast, it's mostly the comments.
Mhm.
Be crazy on the Shade Room for Britney, but not yesterday. And I was very surprised. And I was like gagged and laughing my ass off at some of these comments. Like on the Shade Room, I'm like, this is the first time ever I've seen positive, like, and a lot of the comments going like defending Britney Spears on the Shade Room. A
Yeah.
muzzle on a woman who is speaking her truth and after being traumatized her whole life. I'm genuinely shocked. It's crazy how it takes one stupid comment for me to look at someone completely different.
Yep.
Tim, you could have used a muzzle when you told us you were in love with underage Aaliyah. And he didn't spare her at all when he made me cry me a river and made money off of telling their business. She gets her lick back all these years after he tarnished her image. Um, every days
Well,
the OGs on the mic embarrass the culture.
yep.
Timber, us 90s babies grown now. Wasn't you the same one who liked an underage Aaliyah and only married your wife because you said she looks and reminds you of Aaliyah? Ooh, and listen, this is the Timberland's a Pisces brother. He is a
Mhm.
Pisces. And I could see how he wanted to defend his boy Justin, because I'm sure Justin's feeling the heat. I mean, he is because they're asking Lance Bass everywhere Lance Bass is at. People, so many people are speaking on it. Candy speaking on it.
Yeah,
Um,
Candy, bitch, shut up. Have several seats because
she,
Todd is
she
having
felt
you.
because she wrote a few songs for NSYNC on their No Strings Attached album. She has, but
Clown.
I don't know, but it's the comments though. The comments. Sometimes I just be
Well,
there for
I'm
the
glad that
comments.
people are coming for him because a lot of people
They came for
forget.
Timberland, but real quick though, he apologized.
I seen on
Really
live,
quick, the same day with the back, how quick that wildfire spread, and the same day
but
he
he didn't
apologized.
apologize to Britney. He apologized to the fans. He said, "I want to
He
apologize
said
to
Brittany
Britney."
very quick to her. No, he said her like very like you have to hear and pay attention, but he kind of it was like quick. Yeah, very
The
Pisces of
only
him.
reason
On
you
brand.
apologizing is because people are exposing you. I am tired of these older people from our generation and like people from back in the day that were having the hits and like being big timers in the music industry coming out the woodwork and looking like dickheads, literally. Like that was so disrespectful for him to say. Also, you're saying it about a woman and you think it's fine to make accusations and shit like that. But last time I heard, he wasn't an angel either. He was the one. What he was one of many people who came up with the idea of Justin. You gotta look pathetic and look like the victim. Like he made a lot of songs in Justified
Mm.
and produced them
Mm-mm.
too. So he was the reason why like Justin was able to master that whole reverse psychology. If there's anyone that invented gaslighting, Justin Timberlake in that fucking album.
Mm. Whew, moving on. We would talk about BravoCon, and because we weren't there, but we were there last year, and we still have our props. We have a good old fashioned game of Never Have I Ever that Melanie has for us.
Never
So
have
let's
I
get
ever.
into it, because then we're gonna. I know I've been promoting, I've been talking about it, the unveiling of the 1111 box, and I'm going to show you guys the first images and a few. But let's play a game real quick, and Melody's gonna also ask me some questions and stuff. So, but first, let's have some fun.
Okay, so we're starting with Never Have I Ever.
What I have never, I guess.
I
Yeah,
have or I have never.
I have or I have never. Yeah, that.
Well, I'm gonna say it
It's
in the
like I
never.
never have I ever. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, ready? Never have I ever pretended to be on the phone. No,
You never?
no.
I have.
Like when you're outside or something.
I have. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Outside, inside. I pretended.
That's crazy. I just be
You've never
texting.
done it?
I've pretended to text. I've never pretended to actually be on the phone and be like, hello? Oh, okay. No. Anyway, I mean, that's fine.
Situations.
Wasted. Never have I ever laughed so hard I spat out my drink.
Oh,
I
I
did.
have.
And it came out my nose. Never have I ever met a celebrity. We have, but we're not gonna like go down a list because it's not necessary.
Because I mean, between both of us, you met plenty of celebrities.
Never have I ever read an entire book in one day. I
basically did.
no, but if I tell you whose book it wasn't even fucking worth it.
Ooh. What's her name?
No, his name?
The Barnelli guy, the cook.
No, it was someone that we both know that has written a book.
Oh, moving on.
Moving on. Never have I ever gotten a speeding ticket. I don't know, but
A speeding ticket?
Every time I got a ticket,
I got parking tickets, but never speeding.
My sister got a speeding ticket. Well, no, it was running a red light. Never have I ever dined and dashed. Hell no, that is
no. Mm-mm.
Never have I ever used a fake ID.
No.
I never needed to. I'm getting carded when before I never did. Like, hello. Never have I ever had a crush on a teacher.
Oh, I have.
I think I did.
On the girl teachers and guy teachers.
Never have I ever played spin the bottle. No. Spin the bottle.
I have.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to get mono? Ew. Never have I ever
played spin the bottle as a child, as a kid, adolescent, teenager.
No. If I want to kiss somebody, I'm gonna kiss them. Please believe it. I don't need a game to do that. Okay. Never have I ever told someone I love you without meaning it. Sure the fuck have. Gotta get my way some way. Just kidding. Never have I ever.
No, I have never told someone that I love them and I don't mean it. Not me.
I mean, you could say someone like love. I guess.
Oh, trust me, I have my ways around words, and I could find a way to make them feel special, but I've never told someone that I do not love.
Let me retract. I've said I love you, but I didn't mean it because I realized months or like time after I didn't mean it because I didn't love them. Anyways, never have I ever snooped through someone's phone. Need I say more? Never have I ever given a lap dance. Never have I ever gotten a lap dance. I have at the strip club.
I'm a freak.
Never have I ever kissed a friend's ex. Have I ever done? I don't think I've ever. No. Nah. Not me harmonizing. Never have I ever snuck into a movie theater. Snuck into
after paying for one. It's called a double feature. 2 for 1.
I've never done it, but I wish I did. Maybe we should try that. All right, last one. Never have I ever used a dating app. I have, and that shit is whack.
It's not so much a dating app, but come on, like, hello, gay guys. We've all used Grindr.
Come on, Grindr.
You should download. Not a date site. That's a hookup site.
Oh well, yeah. But
aren't they all hookup sites? I feel like for the most part, they all hookup sites.
For the most part, they are. People will be like, "How long? What are you looking for? Long-term relationship?" And then the next thing you know, 2 weeks later, you guys are he's in your guts.
All right, but it's time.
Drum roll, please.
It's time. I promised that I would do it here, and I would.
Not that. Really? Yeah. That's like nice joke. Try it again.
Right. That I would reveal it here. My 11/11 box that I've been basically planning on doing something for myself for a while and putting it together. I've immerse myself into studying about crystals, and just different things. My dad was the first person to get a box that I sent for him for his birthday. And I spoke to him this week, and he gave me great feedback. I'm not gonna lie, got a little emotional too. But here we go. You guys are seeing some of the first images now. My 1111 spiritual box. And
Yes.
the contents in it. They have two sages, which I designed myself. And
Mm-hmm.
this is not and one of the things going in with the sages, I'm like, okay, people are gonna think, oh, it's because gay, the rainbow.
The sage sticks.
Yes, the sages, the sage, because if you see the rose petals in a color of like rainbow,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not necessarily rainbow gate. It's the seven chakras, and I know a lot of people are not associated with chakras, temple, throat, etc., heart. But we could get more into that. But it's more, those are the colors of the chakras. So I designed it in that way. And then Palo Santo. And then all the boxes are also going to have crystals too, 3 crystals, different crystals. So I'm very excited. They're only $20. For a limited time, there's going to be free shipping and handling for a limited time only. But yeah, like
I'm so proud of you. First of all, like this is amazing. I'm so happy that
thank
you
you.
started your venture. It's been a long time coming. I have a few questions that I want to ask you, just to get awareness for people listening and watching.
Mhm.
So a spiritual box is known for people that are spiritual. What what would you like to say to anyone that isn't spiritual but is interested in wanting to have sage or palo santo in their house because they've heard that smudging or having that in their home for cleansing brings like better vibes into their home?
Listen, one of the things I want to explain with spirituality, there's a difference between religion and spirituality. I still believe in a higher power. I still believe in a creator. I still call that creator God. With that being said, I as I've studied and I continue growing and learning and connecting everything, religions and all that stuff, it's all one. You know what I mean? So I learned it's. I don't want people to think when I say spiritual boxes, it's tied in with religion or witchcraft. Spirituality could be just what you believe in, and smudging. It's these things. If you're not spiritual, there's a guide that you will also get in the box of what smudging is. Also with the crystals, there will be information on the crystals, and how they could help you. So I wanted to make sure that these boxes were also a guide. If you're not spiritual, this could be I could be the person to kickstart that for you and help you, because just the same way I'm learning, I'm not sitting here to try to say I'm some guru and I know it all and I've mastered it all. Absolutely not. I self-teach myself every day. I watch other spiritual gangsters out there, other people doing things. I read books. I continue just feeding my knowledge and growing within my own spirituality to help others. And I think this is the first step, these boxes, for me doing that, like helping others. And maybe, listen, not everyone gets into it like that, but they also make great gifts. You may not be spiritual, but you could give it to someone who, it's maybe down that road, and or that enjoys that stuff. So it makes a great gift. And right now we're right around the holidays, and it's something simple and quick for that person that you may not know what to get, and you don't want to spend too much or whatever, but that they're into this, and this would be the perfect little gift too.
Awesome. So walk me through the box. Walk me through the items in the box. I know we talked about the sage sticks, the palo santos, which is
Yes.
big. I grew up using those. Um,
Hmm.
but the crystals, what are the benefits of having crystals and carrying them? And what is the benefit of sage and palo santo?
With crystals, again, crystals are different. all crystals are different, and these boxes, all the crystals are, you get 3 crystals.
They're curated.
They're curated, so it's not like, I'm boxing the same 3 crystals in every box. There's different types of crystals. I've collected these crystals and bought these crystals from basically almost all around the world. I travel and I love crystals myself, so I collect them. And I knew this was something from the top of the year, as you know. Not many people know this, but from the top of the year, I've been working on. So I've been collecting and these crystals for a while, and they all. The benefit of them is, again, what you believe in, how you use them and practice them when you meditate. There's ways you could. Crystals are also known. You could do, more research for healing. You go to big places out there that actually use crystals and sound baths and all that, and crystal platesmiths to heal. Is an actual thing out there. So what these crystals could do for you is you could meditate with them. You could also yourself do your self healing, lay back, put meditation music. For example, amethyst. Amethyst is your crystal, Melanie,
That's
and
my
also
stone.
for some Pisces as well. And amethyst is known as the guardian stone. It is a very powerful protector. Any kind of negative energy detected towards you is blocked by this ancient stone. Used when meditating, amethyst brings calmness to the mind and helps with decision making. They're all different. You was in California with me when I seen this bad boy right here, Malachite.
Yeah.
Malachite. Remember, we were at the beach after having brunch, and it just stood out to me. And do you want to know the meaning of Malachite? And it's so crazy because you were there with me when I got this, and I was so drawn to it. Malachite is a stone of adventure and symbolizes big transformations. If this stone appeals to you, it's because the energy radiating from it calls to you to take a risk and make drastic changes in your life. This stone gives you the courage and strength to do that. And here I am today, putting myself out there like a big old dork, unveiling these boxes is something that's been special to me and that connects with me and where I am at in life. So it's crazy, right? Like, many people may not believe, but then when you do your studies and you connect everything, the universe, everything, it just all starts making sense. And that's where I'm at in life. And yeah, that's why, and it's something I want to share.
I love that. I know from, conversations we've had, I know that you were primarily interested and always very in depth with crystals and spirituality as well. You got me my first crystal, and I was forever like appreciative. I forgot which one it was.
Amethyst.
Amethyst.
Amethyst, yes.
Okay,
And
because
you
I have a
got
couple.
me,
I have a collection.
and you got me my first spiritual box, like from,
Yeah,
not my own, but you got me my first
personalized.
spiritual box. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
A Pisces one.
It was personalized by your zodiac. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
thought that, well, when I first was like looking for gifts, I always want to find a gift. First of all, not something that you already have or something that you're going to ask for, but just to curate it and like something that you're interested right now. I think that that's awesome. I know that the crystals for me, I have them at home, and I have them in my living room where the sunlight hits them, because they create balance and like alignment. And growing up and probably like certain stages in your life, there isn't a lot of balance or alignment in your home, and the first place that you should have that is in your home. So that's something that I really truly appreciate and will always like be grateful for. The sage, I've used it a couple times where I felt like, all right, the energy, the aura here needs to be cleansed.
Mm.
I do love the fact that it has the chakras. I didn't know that. That's actually awesome. I thought it
Yeah.
was just like rainbow colored, like multicolored.
No, it's the
Um,
7 chakras. Right, the throat, the head, the plexus, and so on and so forth. Yeah.
yeah. The Palo Santo, I have some. I haven't used them yet. What is the Palo Santo for? Is it just like for smudging as well?
Bottle Santo is another form of smudging and just energy cleansing and then clarity. If I don't know people, I'm a fan of the Breakfast Club and Charlemagne the God, if you watch The Breakfast Club, I usually watch it and hear it on YouTube. He usually has, a bottle santo that he's waving while he's doing the show and stuff. So, it's just another form of cleansing, another form of like warding off negativity. And so, yeah.
So I just looked it up, and it says Palo Santo is also a traditional remedy for pain, inflammation, and stress. Oh wow!
Medically,
I'll be lighting that shit up.
it even has that medical, because the smell of it and all that. So yeah, there's a lot of benefits, and that's what a lot of people. I just want people to understand that it's not like just like, oh my God, some witchy stuff, what's spiritual, what's thing. It's there's a lot of benefits to it. Energy, etc., meditation, healing, like the crystals, all that, the Palo Santo. So it's a great little box to have, and for anyone starting their spiritual journey or curious, or just again, a great gift, or just something, a nice little experience to have. They're $20.
Well, I'll be buying mine, and I might just be giving them away for holidays because I know a lot of people that need some healing. But also, I think with spiritual boxes, it does help with negativity too.
Yeah,
negativity, and like it attracts good fortune. When I was younger, my mom used to take, like, we used to have little elephants. My mom is very superstitious, and she would have like an elephant and put like $1 in it for good fortune. Yeah, and a bamboo tree. Yeah. See,
like my dollars, honey. Wait,
very Latino of you.
Tell mom I said hi.
I will. But I think that this is awesome. I'm so happy that you're doing this. This is a brand, and this is something that you can blindly stand by because it's very authentically you.
Yes, it is. It is authentically me. And 1111. I know some people ask 1111. Why are you calling it 1111? 1111. It's like an angel number for me. It's a number that I've, for many, many, many years, like I just always catch. And then I'm not into numerology, but I've made my little.
I am.
I've done my little studies too, because I'm a curious person. I like to self-teach myself, and I'm very curious. I'm like a cat. And like, I like to just like, thing, and it just explore, especially spiritual and mystical and all that stuff. And yeah, in numerology, I've read some things in 1111. I've always been very, very connected with that number, like for many, many, many years, always catching it or seeing it on billboards, or just things show up, or so I thought it fitting 1111. If you were someone who I'm like, what should we call it? What should we call it? And then I'm like, no, wait. And it just came to me, this.
And funny story, Charlie and I always text each other when we catch it, 1111 at 1111. So I think that's also like a charming thing. But I was gonna mention that in this like healing spiritual magazine, online magazine, I did see 5 reasons why you are seeing 1111 and the meaning of 1111.
Oh, let's hear it.
Want me to go over them real quick?
Yes, please.
According to Willow Soul, if you're seeing 1111, you were guided here to find out about the meaning. It basically, the first meaning of 1111, pay attention to your thoughts as an opportunity portal is opening for you.
Yep.
So what does it mean? The meaning of 1111 is that the universe has sampled your thought sequence, and whatever you were intensely thinking about will manifest in your physical reality. So you manifested this, and now it's a reality. The second meaning of 1111, everything is the result of your thoughts and feelings. So the meaning of seeing 1111 is that all the things that exist in your life are the results of your thoughts and feelings. Whether you think about the past, present, or future, you are using your energy to create a vibration within you that attracts things in the same vibration to you. So that's where the spiritual box comes in play, because as you're smudging or cleansing the aura of your yourself and the room, you can be manifesting things that you want. All right, third meaning of 1111. A decreased loved one is sending you a message. A deceased loved one is sending you a message, which
Mhm.
this hits close to home.
Yes.
Your deceased loved one may have attempted to contact you in other various ways, but one of the effective ways to capture your attention is with the number sequences. So if you're repeatedly seeing 1111, your loved one from beyond is trying to give you a message. That's actually a very good one. And you could be at the presence of peace. The fourth meaning, you are on the path of awakening as you remember yourself. So you're being
Mhm.
called to awaken. Visually, 1111 represents columns of gates. So, like the little gates. It's a
Mhm.
direct channel that opens between your human self and your soul self. Gateway 1111 is the point of merging the physical and non physical realities of the true you. All right. And the fifth meaning of 1111 is you set an intention, aka you make a wish and you take action. So this is basically a perfect example
Yep.
of setting an intention and basically working towards it, and visualizing the picture of your life and taking the steps to form the foundation to build what you see in your mind's eye. So, all it takes is a first step. I'm, again, very proud of you. I think this is
Thank
a
you.
great venture. Come on, entrepreneur, businessman.
Yes, and again, it goes on sale. I'm launching it on 11/11 this Saturday. It will be, you could order through my personal Instagram at CharlieB05 or through the Inner Circle
Yeah.
podcast. It's $20, free shipping and handling for a limited time only. So definitely get your boxes in. And there's also a certain amount of boxes available. So get it in while it lasts. And $20 is a steal. Is a steal right now with free shipping and handling as well. So definitely get in your orders. It is available and it goes
Live.
on Saturday. Again, you could reach out to me on my personal Instagram, on Facebook, or on the Inner Circle Instagram or Facebook. So $20, you can't go wrong with that. Can't go
Awesome.
wrong.
How about a round of applause?
All right,
Give
we did.
yourself a round of
Yeah.
applause. You get
But
all the
now
applause, all the
let's
praise.
let's end it with gratitude. Since it's November, it's almost Thanksgiving. I can't believe Thanksgiving is like basically in 2 weeks. Let's end it in gratitude. Do you want me to go first, or do you have your end of gratitude?
I'll go first. Mine's is quick. I'm just grateful to have health. I'm grateful to be present. A lot of people are alive, but they're not present. And a lot of people are not living life. They're just taking it day by day and like not, you know, taking it all in. So I'm very grateful to just be present. What about you?
Well, it's funny I laugh because you're like, mine's is quick, and I'm like, mine's as usual a speech. I'll be like at the award show where they play the music so I could go off because I go on too long. But no, my end of gratitude for real though. Like I want to with the announcement and like unveiling it on the show and like now it's gonna be posted on the social medias and Saturday on sale. It's a little nerve wracking, but I do want to thank. I want to end it in gratitude, thanking the people that have been there. Like, not a lot of people knew about it. I'm someone who could be very to myself and secretive,
Private. Don't say
especially
secret. Private.
private. Yeah, not secret. Thank you. Private in a sense where I keep it to myself. And this, yeah, I just my point is, thank you to you. You're one of the people that knew. Um,
You're
for
welcome.
your thoughts, Ralph as well. Our good Judy Ralph. I picked his brain. When we were in Puerto Rico this summer. Your feedback meant a lot because trust me, this is not something that just popped out my ass like yesterday. This is something in the making, and you know that from the top of the year. Not less than a handful of people No, from the top of the year. From the top of the year, I went into this year saying, I want this year. And not a lot of people knew that. But you gave, you've known the process, you've seen other items we were working with that we were like, no, blah, 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 that's too big. So there was some reworkings and stuff, and that's what a business is. And I thank you, Ralph, for your help and your feedback. I also got to give a shout out to my man. He's also been there and been a support and a rock and helpful and just encouraging as well. And one thing I gotta say, no matter what, between me and my man, I've never in any other relationship got the encouragement and support and push and applause and like do this and you got this. And even listen, my man was telling me to charge a little more, but I'm like, let's something. But I've never gotten that support from any other relationship like in this one. So I want to give a shout out to him. My friends like Robert, who I also picked brains this summer and gave me feedback. Just everyone who knew and encouraged me. So shout out to all you people. My end of the gratitude was long, but I just had to because
and there's this time. No, honestly, I think giving a shout out and being appreciative and going like giving people the courage.
And my dad, sorry, really quick, keep that. I want you to finish that. But my dad as well, because again, I didn't share with many people, but my dad was the first one to get my box, and he called me. He was proud, and afterwards, later on that night, thinking of our conversation and what he said and all that, like it made me emotional, and I had my little moment as a grown man. But I appreciate that. So my dad as well. Yeah. So yeah. Sorry, girl. Go ahead.
No, I mean not to cut your Oscar speech, but listen. At the end of the day, you need to be thankful for the people that helped you and were around you. And I think it's amazing what you're doing. The only way from here is up. Like you're putting yourself out there. There's nothing else in your way. Now, when your shit is on back order because you have so many orders, I will be there to help you, and we will have a little boxing party.
Yeah, because listen, that's really quick before we go. Like, doing this thing on your own, like having a little thing that you're starting to pop off on your own, putting the boxes together by yourself, packaging this shit, cutting shit. It's work.
It's hard. Shout out to Stefania, who gave us a glimpse in her life with her handmade soaps.
Yeah. Shout out to her, Miss Stefania. Love Stefania. Can't wait to see her back on the show. But thank you guys so much. We had an amazing show. Next week, we have special guest Tiffany Nicole from Tiff joining us. I'm so excited for that. We are going to cut it up next week. She is a riot. Can't wait to see her next week joining us. And in 2 weeks, our Friendsgiving episode, and I'm not gonna say who, I'm not gonna reveal anything yet, but it's gonna be a Kiki.
If y'all think Halloween was a Kiki, Friendsgiving is about to trump that.
Exactly. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate you guys. The 1111 boxes go on sale this Saturday at Charlie B05 for inquiries, or the Inner Circle Podcast Instagram or Facebook. See you guys next week.